Story Tree Books.
Hello everybody, thanks for joining Sebastian and I here today for another great Bluey story. We love Bluey and today's story is called Bluey Camping. And here is the Healer family and they're in their car on the way to the campsite. There's Bandit driving, oh and there's Chili and there's Bingo. And around this side, oh thank you, Sebastian's helping me. Around this side is Bluey. Have you ever been on a camping trip? And today's question is, what does the word bonjour mean? What does the word bonjour mean? We'll see how you go at the end of the story. All right, let's get ready. Bluey camping. Bluey camping. The Healers are on a camping trip. Bluey wants to build a stick house with Bingo, but Mum has other plans. Bingo's coming with me, Mum says. She hasn't had a bath in 3 days. So off Bluey goes to the creek alone. As Bluey searches for sticks, she hears a voice. Bonjour.
Hello.
Hi. My name's Bluey, says Bluey. Salut, Bluey. Je suis Jean Luc. Hi, Bluey. I am Jean Luc. Bluey doesn't understand what Jean Luc is saying, but that doesn't stop them building a stick house together. Great stick house, isn't it? Oh, c'est très beau, says Jean Luc. Oh, I think it's beautiful, says Jean Luc. Now we need some food to eat, says Bluey. We can plant this seed like farmers. This will grow into a big tree with fruit on it. But it might take a while, she adds, and we need something to eat now. Suddenly, they hear a howl coming through the forest. Hide, shouts Bluey. Snuff, snuffle, snort, snuff, snuffle, snort. That looks a bit like Bandit. I think it is Bandit. It's a wild pig, Bluey says. Sanglier, says Jean Luc. Wild pig, says Jean Luc. Bluey and Jean Luc make a plan to capture the wild pig, but he escapes. There they are chasing after him. Never mind. Is that a wild pig or is that Bandit? I think it's Bandit, don't you? Bluey, dinner, Mum calls. Then Jean Luc's dad calls to him. Jean Luc, dîner. Jean Luc, dinner. See you tomorrow, Bluey says, and they both run off to their families. What a great day they've had. Here they are at the campsite at night with their families. Bluey's family is toasting marshmallows. Yum, yum, yum. Jean Luc's family is sitting at the picnic table, and I can see that they have some Canadian maple syrup on the table. Yum. And it looks like they have some bread and some meats and some salad. Yum, yum. I'm getting hungry, are you? I do love maple syrup. Then it's time for bed. Good night, Bluey says to her family. Bonne nuit, Jean Luc says to his family. Bonne nuit, good night. The next morning, Bluey and Jean Luc are ready to play. Jean Luc, bonjour, bonjour. No fruit tree yet. We need a better plan to catch that wild pig, or we will have no food for the winter. They need food, don't they? I've got an idea, Bluey tells Jean Luc. My dad taught me how to do this. Putting some water on their hands, and they're mixing it onto the rock. And then Bluey's putting her finger in it and she's painting with it. They are making a plan together, and Bluey is painting the plan on the rocks so that both she and Jean Luc know exactly what to do. Here's the first thing. Bluey scares the wild pig. Ah! The wild pig runs away. And then Jean Luc jumps out. And both of them can catch the wild pig. Hooray! They wait until they hear the wild pig roar. And then there's the wild pig heading off to the creek again to get some more water. It's not really a wild pig, is it? It's bad. Here they are putting their plan into action. Let's see if it works. Bluey scares the wild pig. Yeah! Ah! Ah! The wild pig runs and runs. Jean Luc jumps out and scares the wild pig again. Jean Luc and Bluey chase the wild pig and catch him together. They caught him. Hooray! The poor bandit. It's time to head back to the camp for the night. Goodbye, Jean Luc, says Bluey happily. See you tomorrow. Non, Bluey, Jean Luc calls. Au revoir. No, Bluey, Jean Luc calls. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. The next morning, Bluey discovers that the seed they planted is growing into a little tree. Jean Luc, come quickly, Jean Luc! She's so excited. but she can't see Jean Luc anywhere, not at his campsite. Jean Luc! It's gone. Look, it's empty. Or at their stick house. Jean Luc! Jean Luc! What a great stick house they made. Bluey runs back to Mum, who tells her that Jean Luc must have left. His holiday is over. What? Says Bluey. You mean they're gone? I'm afraid so, sweetheart, says Mum. Oh, Bluey's eyes are tearing up. She's feeling very sad. Her friend Jean Luc has gone. That night, while Bingo has a bushwee, Bluey asks Mum why Jean Luc had to leave. Sometimes special people come into our lives, stay for a bit, and then they have to go, says Mum. You're all looking up at the stars. But that's sad, says Bluey. It is, says Mum. But the bit where they were here was happy, wasn't it? Yeah, we caught a wild pig together, Bluey says. Maybe that makes it all worth it, says Mum. Will I ever see him again? asks Bluey. Well, you never know, says Mum. What do you think about this page? I think this is a pretty special page, everybody. Here is the seed that Bluey and Jean Luc planted a long, long time ago. And every year, that little seed has grown and grown and grown until it has become a magnificent tree. And every year that the Healer family visit the campsite, they could see that the tree was growing. And I'm thinking Bluey looks a little bit older in this picture here. And she's under the tree. It's a beautiful tree now. And she's reading a book. Wow, what a special tree. Will I ever see him again? asked Bluey all those years ago. Well, you never know, says Mum. The world's a magical place. Well, the world certainly is a magical place. Look at this. There's Bluey under the tree. She's grown up quite a bit from all those years beforehand when she planted that tree with Jean Luc. And there's someone come to say hello. Hello, Bluey. It is Jean Luc, her friend from all those years beforehand, at the very same campsite again. Wow, the world certainly is a magical place. Now, how did you go with today's question? What does the word bonjour mean? Does it mean hello or does it mean good night? I wonder. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for joining us today. Bye, everybody. That was a great story. We're going to go and find another Bluey book. Bye.